Hello, my name is Taso Comanescu and welcome to EliteGuitarist.com. Today I'm going to be going over how I practice tremolo, a special technique for the classical guitar. Contrary to popular belief, the key to a really good tremolo is not speed, but rather articulation, how clean you can play tremolo, and also evenness across your right hand when you are playing. And over time, as you develop your right hand, your ear will tell your fingers to adjust if one is louder than the other or something's not smooth or uneven. So let's take a look at how I practice this technique, okay? And I think the most important thing when a player is starting to learn this technique is to practice it on the second string, not the first string, because the tendency is to immediately start whacking around on the first string like this, and your fingers fly all over the place, with no fear of hitting another string. So if you practice it on the second string right here, it forces you to localize your right hand, okay? And I think the very first thing that you should do is go out and purchase Pumping Nylon by Scott Tennant, because there's a lot of great advice on how to practice this technique. And then the second thing would be to watch this video until the end. So here we go. I'm going to be playing on the second string, okay? And I'm going to start with my thumb, and then I'm going to play with my A finger, my M finger, and then my I finger, like this, okay? And right when I first start, notice how I'm just striving for the same sound, even, volume, and articulation, like this. You can do this with a metronome. I would recommend starting around 60 beats per minute. So once you establish an evenness with your right hand fingers, P, A, M, I, you can do the same exercise, but staccato articulation. So as soon as your P plays, your A goes down. As soon as your A plays, your M goes down. As soon as your M plays, your I goes down. And as soon as your I plays, your P goes back down, like this. Notice how I have my index finger sort of right above the rosette there. So on and so forth. And you, of course, will cover this with a metronome as well. And then, once you practice that for maybe 3 to 5 minutes on the same string, I recommend that you incorporate speed bursts. So if this is your 8th note pulse, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and every 3rd or 4th beat, I recommend including a burst of 16th notes. So I'll demonstrate here. A few beats of 8th notes followed by a burst of 16ths. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 and 3 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Okay? And if you want to take this exercise even one step further, I recommend incorporating reverse tremolo. So P-A-M-I followed by P-I-M-A. So you start with the normal order of tremolo, followed by reverse, P-A-M-I, P-I-M-A burst, P-A-M-I, P-I-M-A, P-A-M-I, P-I-M-A-P. Okay, so far we've only focused on playing on one string, the second string. Eventually, when we start to play a piece involving tremolo, we're going to have to move our thumb around the other strings, like this. Okay? So it's really important to develop the movement of your thumb while playing this technique. So before you even incorporate tremolo, I would just alternate between P and I along the second string and the 3rd string, like this. And then move your thumb to the 4th string, the 5th string, and the 6th string, like this. And this forces you to practice moving your thumb while leaving the rest of your hand stationary. And then you can do the same thing with each additional finger, your M finger and your A finger. Then your A finger. Okay? And then we can incorporate tremolo, P-A-M-I, moving your thumb with each successive beat down the bass strings and back up. And incorporate staccato too. can even change the order of the tremolo, reverse. So you're practicing all these different things at the same time. Okay? And then if there's an unevenness in your tremolo, let's say your M finger is way louder, like this, we can address that by accenting different notes within the tremolo. P, A, M, I, P, A, M, I, P, A, M, I, P, A, M, I, P, so on and so forth. So you develop the ability to control each finger, and this allows for a lot of cool phrasing opportunities within a piece. Which brings me to my next idea for practicing tremolo that's very effective. So you want to separate the right hand just on the open strings like we just did. And let's say there's a passage that you want to work on specifically within a piece. Oftentimes we try to put the left hand and the right hand immediately together, hoping and praying that things just magically work out. But we have to make sure that the left hand is in order before we even add the right hand. So I recommend going through a phrase, P-A, the whole way, meaning thumb and then ring finger like this, P-A. Just to iron out your left hand before you add tremolo, because this is essentially what the left hand is going to have to do. And once you smooth things out with your left hand, then you can add tremolo like this. Reverse if you like, staccato. And it's important to pay attention to the sound that your thumb is making. You want to make sure it's a beautiful sound and also not have it overpower the tremolo that your A, M, and I finger is producing throughout the piece.